back to the show. We have a very special guest today, Bo Jackman from Talk Night Live. Bo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
I love your shirt.
Right. Oh, sweet.
Yes. Do you know what that's from? Like
I don't,
the
but
brand?
I want to know.
It's from Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts. Are you
No
into
way.
Dunkin' Donuts coffee at all?
I prefer Starbucks.
Okay. That's fair. That's
no,
fair.
this is like East Coast.
East Coast
like,
is
Dunks
more
is
of a
huge
Dunkin'
East
territory
Coast.
than a Starbucks territory.
Don't get me wrong. I love their donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a big fan of their coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying
I
the
like the
same
Boston
thing. You gotta
cream
get
over
like the
there.
dark roast
I like
if you
a-
get coffee there because it's
okay.
stronger. But
I
Their
rock
coffee sucks.
with the Boston cream, man. The Dunkin' Donuts Boston cream is something special.
Have you guys ever had the Charlie?
Yeah. Yes.
What's that?
So Charlie D'Amelio, the biggest TikToker at the time, was the biggest TikToker, and she had a brand deal with Dunkin' Donuts. where
Oh.
It was like an item menu, like the Travis
What?
Scott McDonald's meal. She had the Charlie D'Amelio dark roast. That was an item
Oh
menu.
shit!
Yeah.
That's so
Still,
cool.
I don't think so. That was a little bit ago.
That's pretty sick.
I got mine
I
in
heard
2020.
that coffee was like so strong and like a lot of kids were ordering it. So
and getting wired
Oh,
for
God.
the first time.
Wired.
Right. Like
like just absolutely wired.
terrorizing their
That's
parents.
mad funny because her crowd is younger, isn't
Of
it?
course,
Like
yeah,
for her to do
the-
that kind of collab,
the,
that's
like,
random as fuck.
Low teens.
But it's really cool.
Yeah, she
I never
should've done,
heard
like
that.
a tea or something. Something like
Yeah,
Right, so
or
a
a
little-
donut.
some little
like
A
juice drink
donut.
or something. A
Yeah.
donut would be
A
big
donut,
cool.
like
Big
a
cool.
decorated donut.
Yeah.
What?
But
That's cool though. Goals. I want to collab with Dunks one day.
Yeah,
I'd love to
it's
collab with
it's
Dunks.
possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Mhm.
Let us know, Dunks.
Yeah.
So you got that shirt from Dunkin'?
No,
Donuts?
my friend made it. This is a custom.
Ah,
So America runs on hip hop.
That is-
Yeah. Shout out DJ Toasty Z. That's who made this shirt.
Shout out DJ Toasty for
Oh,
sure.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So, Talk Night Live. I think we want to get into it and everything you've been working on that show. Tell the story of how that's. Well, first of all, describe it to anyone who hasn't watched it already, and then talk about how it came to be.
I would describe it as like a traditional late night talk show with a hip hop twist to it. So we still do like. So we do like the interviews, of course. Like if you guys ever watch like a Jimmy Kimmel or Conan or Jimmy Fallon type show, I sit behind a desk in a suit and I interview different types of guests. Majority of the guests have been hip hop artists. We've had a couple comedians on there, like Do Knows World, and so we do the interview and then we also do performances. So we have the guests perform. Like One Take J, O3 Greedo,
Blue Bucks Clan.
and a few other people have been on there. As well.
Yeah. A lot of like West Coast artists I noticed
Right.
that I really like. A lot of the artists that you had on, actually, I started listening to them like kind of when I moved out here. Like Savvy the Third and Blue Bucks, Rookie. Who else? I'm trying to think.
Chike.
Ron. Like
Ron.
Ron I knew about before because I just really fuck with his production and like I listened to like O3 Greedo and like Shoreline when I was back on the East Coast too.
Ron is hard.
That was a dope interview with him. He seems mad cool.
Cool guy.
And like I don't know, like I don't see that many people interviewing artists like them either, like more underground artists, I would say. Like they're not really mainstream, like they're definitely big, like a lot of them are huge now, but like they're more like underground. So I liked like the people you chose to have on, and the performances are so dope too, like with the smoke, like it just looks
Yeah,
mad
you,
fucking legit, like
Thank you.
really dope setup. And you were doing that at a studio.
Yeah, so I filmed for Long Beach's public access station. So the show is aired on Spectrum Channel 32
Oh shit.
and Frontier Communications Channel 41.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
So not only does it go on there, but we also put it on YouTube as well. So
Yeah,
most
that's
people
what I
don't
saw
know
it
that.
on
They
YouTube.
just know about the YouTube channel.
Yeah. So talk about starting that and kind of like where the vision came from and how you got to a big production and a studio and a team.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had a passion for late night talk shows. I've always been a fan of Jimmy Kimmel and Conan and Fallon, of course, since I was like maybe. I think I started this show, if we want to get technical, like when I was 11.
Wow.
And so I was sitting in my living room one day, watching, I want to say it was Conan. I was watching Conan with my dad, and he's the one who really put me on to talk shows.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big fan of talk shows. So I was sitting in the living room with my dad, we were watching Conan, he goes, hey, let's do a late night talk show. And I looked at him like, huh? He goes, yeah, come on. So we walked to the bathroom. He put gel in my hair, slicks it back.
Wow.
And, you know how dads have their like $100 cameras?
Yeah.
They film
Yeah.
like your sports games or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so he grabbed his camera from the closet. He set it up in my sister's room. It was kind of like, she was young at the time, so she slept with my parents, so the room was kind of empty.
Yeah.
And so he set up the camera, I had gel in my hair. He sat me down, and he goes, introduce me. And so, I said, my first guest tonight is my dad. And so he came out, he sat down. We did like maybe a 15, 20-minute interview. I was just, asking him random questions. But the moment he sat down, I just knew like, I love this. Like, I love interacting and having conversation, and I've learned some stuff that I didn't even know about my dad.
Yeah.
And so, I was about 11. And so he was my first show because he's the one he even came up with the name Talk Night Live, like the night of.
Really?
Like,
no way.
He's like, let's call it Talk Night Live.
Oh my
And
God.
so
Do you still have that video?
or
does he have?
that is on our computer that's in the garage that we're trying to fix.
Yeah.
But I do have the second Talk Night Live. So I did that interview with my dad, and then I did one with my brother like a week after, and that's on YouTube. We can probably show a clip of that.
How's it going, guys? Thank you. Today, I brought with me a very special guest, my own brother, Justin Sowers. Give it up. Well, how's it going? Got you good. So, yes.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay, so
Yeah, so that was with my brother, and like that was like 2011. He was the second person to ever be interviewed, and then I believe it was my sister, and then I just started interviewing family in like 2011, 2012, and then 2013. I started high school, or I was beginning. I was going 8th grade, going into freshman year, so I kind of took a break from it. I got a little older. Puberty started hitting. Everybody's been through puberty.
Literally everybody.
And so I wasn't really. I was kind of just took a break from it. I was really passionate about it. From 11, 12, and then the beginning of 13, and then I kind of I would decorate the set and stuff, and then I kind of took a break from it. And then when I turned 15, I was like, what? I want to get back into doing the talk show thing. And so I was like, what? I don't want to interview family anymore. They'd be cool to interview.
And I feel like that's such a good start too, to like interview somebody you're like comfortable with, and like even just coming up with questions that like you don't like, things you don't know about them, which would be hard when you know so much about your family. Like thinking of things that you don't know is like, that's hard. And were you like preparing those questions, or were you kind of just doing it like
all
off the dome? So that's pretty impressive that you could do that. Like not everybody could do that. A lot of people, like we even prepare our questions just to like have some things that we know we want to ask and stuff,
right?
And don't forget. But that's like definitely a good way to start off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so when I turned 15, I was like, what? I want to do this talk show thing again. But I don't really want to interview family. I would love to interview family. Don't get me wrong. like, Mom, I would love to know more about you. But I kind of want to take it serious now. I kind of want to book, you know, artists that I'm listening to, or artists that other people are listening to. And so I had no connections to anybody in the industry, anybody who was doing anything. But I did know who people were listening to. One of the people being Draco the Ruler.
Yeah.
Nico G4, Dom Kennedy's artist, and Frosty the Snowman. And so those are like the three people that were really popping at my high school in Long Beach, Wilson. And a lot, like, everybody was listening to them, and I was like, you know what? I need to get them on. Like, I need to book them.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, you know what? How can I contact them? I don't know these people. I've never met them. I've never done this before. What do I do? And so, I had Nico G4 on Snapchat because I think he had posted it like on his story or something to add him. And so I was like, you know, let me hit him up through Snapchat. And so I hit him up. I was like, hey, I'm doing this late night talk show startup. Would you be interested in being a guest? Keep in mind, I didn't have anything planned. I didn't have nowhere to film it.
Wow, this is a real like
I didn't
cold hit up.
Exactly. I just needed to know that he was down to do it.
Yeah.
Before I put him on fire or anything. And so he said, he was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I was like, okay, I have Nico G4 in the lineup. And then I went to Drake of the Ruler's Instagram, and I think I had him on Snapchat as well. And so I hit him up on Snapchat. I was like, hey, Draco, you know, I'm doing this late night talk show. I'm starting it up. You know, would love to have you on the program. Let's do it. Okay, so I got Draco the Ruler.
Wow. And that was in 2015?
2015, yeah.
Wow. And I didn't even know, like, he made music then. Like, I just discovered him, like, this past year.
Right.
Really?
So, like, he must have been, like, pretty low-key at that time, right?
He's always been, like, popping in the
Out
LA
here.
scene.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Boston.
Boston, yeah. When'd you move out here?
September.
Oh,
This
okay.
past September, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he's always been, like, pop. Now he's more mainstream. You know, he has a song with
I just heard a song with Drake. Yeah.
And Sweetie. So he's more mainstream now, but before he's always been like popping in the LA scene.
Yeah.
And so, but he was definitely a lot more underground.
Yeah.
And so
reachable.
And so, you know, I got his number. And so I had Nico G4 on lineup, and I have Draco, the two people that I wanted.
Right.
2 out of the
Perfect.
This is a great start, right?
2 out of the 3. I'm like, okay, you know, I can do this, right? I'm feeling confident
That's-
at this point. 15-year-old feeling confident.
Yeah.
I had just hit up Drake of the Ruler and Nico G4. Like, I feel on top of the world. And so, you know, I'm walking around my high school just like feeling on top of the world. Like, you don't know what I have planned. Are you gonna come? And so I have them 2 hit up, and now I'm like, okay, now I need Frosty. And so I don't know how, but my buddy, his name's Tony. They called him Tony Ice Creams in high school. Shout out to Tony. I don't know how, but I know how. Tony used to sell lean. Tony used to sell lean.
I remember how.
Tony used to sell lean, and I guess Frosty was one of his customers.
Oh, shit.
And crazy thing is that I didn't even know this at the time, but Tony was over at my house one day, because we were just like cooking up beats or whatever, because he you know, made beats on the side or whatever. And so he's at my house, and I seen him Snapchatting Frosty. This is all in the like midst of me trying to gather everybody. So it was just perfect timing. I felt like the universe was just really aligned.
Wow.
And so I seen him. I was like, "Who are you Snapchatting?" He's like, "Frosty." I was like, "No fucking way. Like, no way." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bro, I'm trying to book." Like, he didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Bro, I was trying to book him on my show." I was like, "Can you ask for his number?" And so he asked for his number. He gave it to me. I called Frosty, and you know, I explained the idea for the show, and he said, you know, he was down to do it. I got all 3 of the people I wanted. I'm feeling great, you know. And so now it's time to book a venue.
Yeah, now it's time to make a show.
Now it's time to make a show. I have all 3 of them in on it. What's next? And so I was online trying to find, different studios or venues, somewhere to just film the show.
Yeah.
And so I found this place called the House of Gods, LA, and I think it's shut down now, but at the time it was like a warehouse. And it was a warehouse where they did like parties, but they also did like production type stuff. And so their just description was like perfect. And so the description said something amongst the lines of like, we can make your vision come true, whether it's a show or a nightclub you're trying to like. It just really caught my attention. So I was like, okay, this is the one. And so, I hit them up, explained the vision to them. They said, we can make it happen. Come in for a meeting, and we'll get it going. So I came in for a meeting. It went well. I think the venue was like $1,000. I didn't have $1,000 at that time.
That's a lot.
15 years old.
Yeah.
My
What
mom
was it like?
gave me
Hourly?
$7 a week.
Yeah. Was it like an hourly rental rate, or like they just said $1,000?
I think it was like $1,000 for the whole night or something like that.
Damn.
I don't know how many hours I booked it for, but it was $1,000 at that time. That's like $10,000 to me right now. That's
Right.
like so much money.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta save my lunch money, dude. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna eat this week. Started saving my lunch money.
Wow.
And so I was like, you know what? I know what I can do. I can, do the main show, but I can also have performers open up for me. So like, if so I have to get tickets. So I ordered tickets online, physical tickets, and I was selling them at my school. I had Draco the Ruler on it, Frosty, and Nico G4 on the ticket, and I was selling them. I made a couple sales. I had a few friends sell some to their friends and stuff. Still not enough tickets sold. And so I just thought of this idea to have like the main show with those 3 artists, but before that, do like a concert type thing where like anybody who says they're a rapper or is a rapper can perform at. But in order to perform or have stage time, they had to sell 10 tickets.
Yeah.
So if you were an artist and you wanted to perform, I would give you 10 tickets to sell. So that helped me sell the tickets. I had 100 tickets to sell, $10 each. That was $1,000. And so I posted on my Instagram for people to hit me up if they wanted to perform at this show with Draco, Frosty, and Nico. A few people did hit me up, and so I gave them 10 tickets to sell, and that's how I sold like majority of the tickets.
Wow. That's so smart.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
And so we had the venue booked. The night of, I called Draco. Hey Draco, show starts in 30 minutes.
Where you at?
Where you at? Man, looking for some lean. I'll let you know when I find it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Clicked on me. Damn. Is he coming? The reason why he said he was finding lean was because we were supposed to do like a segment where he taught me how to pour up. Like he taught me how to like pour it in the cup and stuff. We were gonna do that at the show.
That's hilarious.
And so he was like, "Yeah, I'm still trying to find that lean." And so he clicked on me. Maybe like 20 minutes later, hey, are you coming? No response. Question mark. He's not answering me. Dang.
Welcome to the rap world.
What am I gonna do? All these people were expecting Draco. What am I gonna do? And so I hit up Frosty, texted him, didn't answer. Called him, hey Frosty, show's in 20 minutes. Where you at? Yeah, man, I'm gonna need $200 to pull up. What?
Damn.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
Could you have warned me or told me you were gonna like ask me for $200? I'm new to this. I've never paid for an interview. To this day, I've never paid for an interview.
Right.
Yeah.
I need $200, and I'll pull up. All right, man. I'll try to get that together for. God, these dudes are assholes. They're not assholes. I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's a rough situation.
Very rough. And so my last hope was Nico G4.
Oh no.
Hey, Nico, show's in 10 minutes. Where you at? Yeah, I could pull up, but is there gonna be any compensation? Can you have told me that before?
Damn.
Yeah, Nico, there'll be compensation. Keep in mind, he's my last hope. Draco's not answering me.
Yeah.
Frosty, he wants $200. I don't have $200. Yeah, there'll be some compensation, Nico. $100. Okay, I'll be there. So Nico pulls up 30, 40 minutes late. At this time, people are taking shots. I'm trying to keep it going.
You got your event happening.
Yeah, I can't let this, hold me. This is my first event, so Nico pulls up. I'm stoked. Still am. At the time, I was a huge Nico G4 fan, like huge. So when he pulled up, dude, I was like so starstruck, and I was like, holy shit, like this is Nico G4, like Nico G4 is pulling up. And so Nico G4 actually like came to my event. That means so much to me. I respect the OPM company so much. Like I grew up on Dom Kennedy's music and Nico G4's music. So like to have him at my first show meant like so much. It's so even though like we did pay him $50 before, then $50 after the interview, I don't care. Like you showed up, so thank you. And so we did the performers performed, whoever sold the tickets, they performed, and then after we did the talk show thing, which I have some footage of that. Do you guys want to see that?
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
Okay, let's roll the clip then.
Okay, let's roll it.
How did you get in contact with the Bay Area rapper like Cool John, who's on the other side of California?
We just came together, basically just on some music shit, just coming to each other's shows. I went to one of his shows when he was on tour with G-Eazy. My nigga just invited me to one of them shits, and I met him, G-Eazy, all of them fools, and they just welcomed me with open arms. So it was, it felt right. So that's when I only make music with homies, with niggas that's really homies. You feel me? I don't really make music with niggas that just like, I did a song with so and so, like listen to my shit. It gotta be a real connection in order for us to do music.
So having that be said, if somebody wanted to have you on their track, are you open to features? Or?
If it's hard, honestly. If it's hard, I ain't just about to do shit that ain't hard. I don't give a fuck how much money you're trying to give me or anything. Like, it gotta make sense.
You gotta relate to it.
You gotta be real, and I gotta know you a real one wherever you from. Like, they gotta respect you wherever you from. You feel me? Like, cause they respect me in my hood, So
that was 2016, me interviewing Nico G4. And so after that, one of the people who performed for me, the openers, their dad was in the crowd, and he was like, hey dude, like I really love what you got going on. Have you heard of public access television? And I'm like, no, what is that? And he goes, well, every major city like Long Beach, LA has like their own public access station or whatever.
Just local station.
Local station. Have you seen the movie, I was telling you about it, Wayne's World?
Yeah.
You know how he
a
has
long ass time ago,
he has like his own public cable show? That's exactly what I have. He just does it out of his garage. Or whatever.
Yep.
And so he's like, have you heard of that? And I was like, I haven't. And he's like, okay, so we'll find one in Long Beach, and we'll go and we'll talk to them. And so that's what we did. He took me to the station. I pitched my idea for the show, and they accepted it. And so this was because I did the show, the live show in November 2016. So this was early 2017.
Okay.
Like I would say like February, March 2017, where we went and to the actual station and talked to them and stuff. And so they accepted the idea for the show. And then I didn't actually film, and so keep in mind, this is the show that you guys see now.
Yep.
Right.
Wow.
Because anything before the station wasn't really caught on camera, like way back, except for the videos when I was like 12. Those are like shot off my dad's camera. And on YouTube, still you guys can find them, but nothing really serious. And then the live show was never filmed. So like the show that you guys see now was started in 2017, and so. I talked to them in March 2017. I didn't film my first show until June 2017, and that was with Almighty Suspect. and he was wearing like this bright red like suit or whatever. It's on my YouTube channel. And so I did that, and then my second interview was with AZ Chike, and this was like, so I did that in June 2017, and then I took a long break, and then I did another one with AZ Chike in November 2017, and then early 2018, I think I had Dusto Dub on, and then I had 1000 Band Fani 2018, and then I had 03 Greedo 2018.
Then you're rolling. You're on a run.
Exactly. So then, yeah.
I wanted to ask you, when you're doing these interviews, do you find yourself kind of emulating certain people in certain moments, or just like offhand comments you make, or ways you do transitions or stuff like that? I kind of want to dig into the pedigree of the Bo Jackman.
What do you mean?
So, well, I find myself doing stuff like that Skip Bayless would do when I'm interviewing people sometimes, which is like, just like being like, hey, or like, you know, raising the level, or like a catchphrase like that. Do you ever find yourself taking from something that you know, like you've seen other people do?
Not intentionally.
Okay.
But
you keep it all Bo all the time. Is there any other people that inspire you? We mentioned Jimmy Kimmel. Is there anyone else on that list that you're like, oh yeah, there's some people like I watched a lot of?
Mostly just like the mainstream guys: Jimmy Kimmel, Conan, Fallon.
What
Colbert.
about like, do you like listen to No Jumper interviews?
Yeah. Do you have like?
Because like I feel like he's like, other than like new generation music and stuff, but like he's one of the people that like interview more underground artists and give them a platform.
If I'm doing research on somebody and he's interviewed them, I'll tap into a No Jumper interview. And then if I see like a vlog that catches my attention, I'll tap into it. Shout out No Jumper. They're killing it with the content.
Oh yeah.
His whole team.
Yeah.
Shout out No Jumper.
Got a big team now. Like definitely progressed a lot.
Yeah, you can definitely see the growth.
Yeah.
The growth, right?
Yeah.
The multiple camera angles, the set, all that stuff. Well, we have a big announcement here, which is that Talk Night Live is coming back on the air after a little break.
It is.
Talk about what you're excited for the show, and just like what people can expect summer 2021.
I'm just excited to be back, bringing interviews that the people want to see. I'm excited for this Remble interview coming up. He's a great artist. Have you guys heard him?
No.
You gotta
put us on, man.
Yeah, you definitely gotta listen to some Remble. Yeah, he's like Draco's like prodigy.
Okay.
The song that really put me on to him was the song he did with Draco, which was Ruth's Chris Freestyle. Like his flow is just immaculate. Like it's crazy. I've never heard anybody like him before. And so I'm really excited to have him on the show and have him do a performance. And then we also have a few other interviews lined up. And so I'm just really excited to just be back in the studio, doing interviews again.
How is like your break been? Like, what have you been up to? Like with COVID and everything else going on, what have you been like up to? How have you been like spending your time?
So that's actually one of the main reasons why I stopped for a minute was because the studio was shut down due to COVID, and it's just really been stressful. Like, dang, like I only have one studio that I film at, and they're closed. You can't really do vlogs because, like, at the time, I mean, people are starting to things are starting to go back to normal little by little every day.
100%.
But in the midst of COVID, you couldn't really pull up to. Okay, so I couldn't do the interview, so I was like, hey, let's do vlogs then. But you can't really do vlogs because nobody's really having studio sessions like that.
No one's doing anything.
Nobody's doing anything. And if they are doing stuff, they're doing it very low key. Not a lot of people. And so it just was really hard for me to shoot content, which is why the last thing I posted was December 2020 with Duno. But I'm back and forth from Stockton to Long Beach. Shout out Stockton, my hometown.
Shout out.
And so now I'm back and I'm ready to work.
I love
Hell
that.
yeah. I'm excited to see your new episodes. Are you like changing anything? Like any changes that you're gonna have? Like even like the setup or like performances? Like I know you have like the smoke machine and stuff. Or is that an edit? Like that's real smoke, right?
What do you think?
Honestly, it looked real to me.
It's an edit.
That's
You got
crazy.
nice. You would have got me. You would have got
See,
me.
like I thought that was real. But
Definitely
do you
edit.
edit your own stuff too?
I do.
You do?
I do, yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Do you like plan on kind of getting a team together, or do you like not mind like all the work you're doing with it right now?
So we do have a team, like small team.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with the editing is like, I would love to have an editor,
Yeah.
but I would have to really sit down with them and give them, because I have like specific laughs and claps
Yeah.
and like, I would have to really teach them like how I want it edited, and then like sit down with them and really watch them do it before I can really like fully let them do it on their own. I would love an editor.
100%.
I would love to have an editor, but
Yeah, so let the people know, like, if you're good at editing,
Hit
hit
me
up
up.
Bo.
Hit up, Bo.
You know, like, the less work you have to do, like, the better you can, like, do your shit. You know, you don't have to worry about, like, these little things that you have to do. Like, me and he, but at least it's us two, so, like, we switch off with the editing, but it's definitely a lot, like, on top of everything else you have to do. But I get you on, like, wanting it a specific way, and, like,
Yeah.
you know, you definitely got to, like, communicate that, how you want it. Because I love the effects. I saw, like,
thank you.
the one with Ron, like, he's, like, waving to the crowd, the fake crowd. Like, that was mad funny.
The crowd's real.
Wait, the crowd is real?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No.
I was like,
I
wait,
saw that a mile
since
away.
you did throw an event, like, maybe you do have real crowds, too. Do you ever want to have real crowds?
I would love to have a real crowd, but the studio is so small. Like, it's really small.
Well, that doesn't mean you're always going to be at the same studio, you know?
That's my goal, too, is to open up, like, my own studio. Like, I love filming for the station, but I need my own spot, so pretty soon.
I feel you. I know a cool studio in downtown too, like the one I'm throwing my event at, that I can connect you with, because they're like newer. They have like really good rates and everything, but they have like a huge like
They're big.
room with like it's just like big walls, like all painted white, so it's just white all around, like more for like music videos and everything. But that would be like, you could set up backdrops and all that there.
Definitely got to check
But
them
it's a
out.
big ass spot. Like, you could totally, like, do you want to throw events too? Like, is that something you want to do again?
I would love
Or-
to throw an event again. This is so much work.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
so
whole
much
lot of work.
Especially if you don't have like a really big team. Like,
Yep,
dude,
it is.
I literally dedicated so much time to throwing that one event.
Yep.
And I don't know if I have the guts to do that again or the balls to do that again, but I would love to. Like,
Yeah.
like I would love to.
I mean, it's a learning experience, but I think for your first one, like, that was really dope how you made it happen. You didn't get discouraged and like having to pay people, having to pay for the space. Like, you didn't like say, oh, I can't do it, I can't afford it. Like, you did what you had to do to make it happen, and like had people show up. Like, you had one of your favorite artists pull up. Like, that's big when you didn't even have like a bunch of content out there like that already for him to even see like what you're on. He just kind of trusted you, you know what I mean? And like, that's rare to find people that will do shit like that.
Really?
So like, you know, it has to do with you, like, and your personality, the way you're going about things, and like truly believing that you can make it happen. Like, that's a lot. So like, yeah, don't feel like discouraged, but I think it's something you could work up to, you know, like, it's easier once you have like a big following and like, you know, just taking your time with it, having a team. But I've thrown events by myself, like straight up by myself.
Shout out to you.
And like, it's a lot of fucking work, but seeing like everybody vibing together and like seeing what you created is like so dope. But I think since you do like interview a lot of musicians, like it would be so dope to have like a whole show, you know? But yeah, I don't know.
I think we should.
You
bring
def
that
have
back.
good taste, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like
Thank
you have
you.
like a lot of dope artists on. And there's not that many people doing what you're doing, and like the style you're doing it, nobody's doing it. So
Very
like
unique.
I
You're in
love
your own
that,
lane,
like
man.
super
You're in your own
unique.
lane.
Thank you guys.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
we should do another live show, like a live talk show, but
Mm-hmm.
before have like 10 artists open up again. You know what? We are.
Hell
gonna do that.
yeah.
I'm doing that. We're gonna
Hell
do it.
yeah.
And I think each time it gets easier, right? It's like the first time you have no idea what you're doing, and the
Yeah,
learning
you
curve is
learn,
crazy,
and,
but
like,
each time gets easier.
I didn't
Even-
know about Eventbrite back then.
Yeah.
I mean, they must have just been starting. I feel like
That's true.
They're relatively new business.
That's true. And even like oh fuck, what was I gonna say?
Speaking of
So
events, though,
bad. Yeah, go ahead.
you're throwing the candy
Yeah,
shop event.
this
And-
week,
promo it.
guys.
And you know what? I do want to apologize because we're not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't an hour late. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
dude, you're good.
We're not gonna do that. I feel
Was it an
very
hour?
bad.
Right under an hour.
A little bit over an hour.
Oh, okay.
Him just being nice.
Okay.
But I did get you guys something.
You got us
I
something. Shut up.
Let's go.
I did get you guys something.
This is the
I
Bo
had to.
Jackman
How
special
sweet.
right here.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
close your guys' eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
I love surprises. Why do I feel like I know what this is? Like
Okay,
very
okay.
low key.
Boom.
Oh,
Sour Patch
for the
Kids.
candy shop.
I had to get you guys
oh
some
my
candy.
god, stop. Thank
Yes.
you so much. That was so thoughtful.
That's tight, man. I
Welcome to
appreciate
the
that.
candy shop
The
this
candy shop
Friday,
is
Make sure to
y'all.
pull up to the candy
Let's
shop this
go.
Friday. Get your tickets at Eventbrite.
That was so nice. I appreciate you.
Of course. I've never had these.
Smoothie Skittles.
Smoothie
Yeah, we gotta
Skittles.
break them shits open. Try these out. I love smoothies. I used to like fuck with the tropical Skittles too.
Have you
That's
had
what
these
I
yet?
bought. Not the smoothie ones.
Let's try them
no.
right now.
Let's do it.
Crack
Let's
it open.
let's give a little review on the smoothie Skittles.
Yeah,
Have you
no,
had
my
these?
first time too.
Okay.
Have you had these?
I've never had them.
Oh, okay.
What about the strawberry sour patches?
Never had them.
Oh, strawberry sour patch.
Yeah,
Shit.
strawberry only.
What?
One
I've
flavor.
never even seen those. All right. Ooh, pretty colors. Smoothie colors.
Okay.
ASMR.
We've got blueberry mango, strawberry raspberry, and
Bussin'.
peach guava.
Mmm. Okay.
How you feeling about them?
I like them. I definitely fuck with the smoothie kind. I mean, I'm not drinking a smoothie, but it sure tastes like
It
it.
does.
Yeah, I like all it. Anytime there's anything tropical flavor or scented,
Mm-hmm.
It tastes
I'm
like
ready.
something you'd order from Jamba Juice for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely more like real fruit flavor than the regular ones.
Yeah, these are fire.
Good shit.
nice.
But yeah, I think we could wrap it up here. And all right, that's up. I'm done chewing those. But I appreciate you coming out here
Thanks for having me.
to meet with us, and I'm excited to see your new episodes. Tune in, y'all. We'll put all the links below to follow Bo and stay in tune and check out all of his other episodes that are out right now. There's a lot of dope ones.
Yes.
Buy your ticket to the candy shop party that's this Friday.
This Friday. Thank you, FRQ Podcast.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right. Peace out.
Signing out.